Hi. Yeah, thanks for waiting. All right. So, yeah, first I want to test the mic as usual. I want to know like is my mic actually work? Can all of you actually like listen what I'm saying? Should be okay, right? All right. Yes, so thank you so much for waiting. Alright, so I just do not want to waste your time. Now it's 9:15. I'm trying to finish that paper in 1.5 hours, include the explaining and everything. And then I have one or two questions is about the differentiation because got one of the student actually send the area and volume part of differentiation to me, and then I will explain that part also after our virtual after we finish discuss the paper. Alright, so yeah, just do not want to waste your time. Let's go into your paper. So while I'm discussing, you can ask the question. I might reply you on the spot, or I will reply you like after the on the break section. Alright, so okay, so I hope you all can see the paper. Just give me a moment. Right, can everyone actually see this paper? Yes, so if you can see this paper, yeah, today this class is actually for IGCSE and O-level student. So if you are SPM student, some question you might not see in your SPM, but you want to learn something extra, yeah, you are always welcome to join. Alright, so okay, so what I want to say is because I go to figures out the O-level paper and IGCSE paper, both are using the exactly same paper. Even you are 4307, yeah, you will have the same paper with the 0606. So you don't need to worry so much. And for the MLSM paper 2, I will start on next week. Alright, it's not today. Alright, so okay, let's have a look on the first question. Okay, you should know about all these formula for algebra, for trigo, for binomial, and for triangle. Alright, so let's have a look on the first question over here. Okay, so find the equation of the curve which you're passing through this coordinate 2 and 1, 7. So you should know in your syllabus there's only one way to find the equation of the curve, which is integrate dy dx. Alright, this is the only way you can use it to find the equation of the curve. So whenever you see the words find the equation of curve, the first thing come into your mind will be integrate dy dx. Okay, mean you integrate the gradient function, because when you integrate dy dx, basically you simplify, you will get y. This is the reason why I always will say y equals to integrate dy dx. Alright, so yeah, let's us integrate this one. So we have 4x cubed plus 1. So if I want to integrate this one, I say integration is power plus 1, 3 plus 1 divided by total power plus x plus c. Alright, then I will just simplify 4 and 4. My y equals to x power 4 plus x plus c. Alright, if a number is 1, it will just become the x. Okay, then the next thing is I will do is I will substitute the 217 into this equation in order to find c. You always need to substitute the coordinate to find the value of c. Alright, so I will substitute 17 into the y, 2 into the x. Alright, so yeah, this is what I will get. So 17, this is 16 plus 2, which is 18 plus c. So c, basically you will get -1. Therefore your equation of curve will be x power 4 plus x minus 1. Alright, so yeah, so let's move on to the next question. Alright, so the next question is basically show that square root 24 multiplied square root 27 will, and then plus 9 square root 30 over square root 15 can be written in this pattern. Alright, so yeah, we'll solve this one. So if square root multiplies square root, the first thing is I can join them together. become like this. Alright, then the next thing is I try to simplify this one. This is 9. Is square root 30 over square root 15. I can join them together because they are same power. Right, then the next thing is I will use the calculator to actually solve it out. So 24 multiply 24 multiply 27, and then I square root the answer. Alright, so you basically, if you're using the calculator, this one will tell you 18 square root 2 plus 9 square root 2, because this one you simplify, you will get 2, right? So 18 plus 9 is 27 square root 2. Alright, just like that. Should be quite easy. Just in case some students do not know how actually I get the 18 square root 2, so what you can do over here is, okay, you just like normally 24 times 27 is 648. So you need to find a perfect square number from here. So normally if I will do the prime factorization. So if I divide by 2, I will get 324. And then divide by 2 again, I will basically get 162. And I divide 2 again, I will get 81. If I, okay, 81 cannot divide by 2, right? I divide by 3. I will get, okay, 81 is 3 power of 4, right? So it's fine. Let me just show you. So I will get 3, I will get 9, I will get 3, I will get 3. Alright, so therefore, okay, we will circle whatever is double because this is square. So therefore, I know basically the 648 is basically 2 multiply 2 square multiply 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 power of 4. Because you want to square root, so I will focus on the power even number, a power which has even number, which is 2 multiply with, okay, 2 power of 4, I mean 2 power of 2 multiply 81, 324, multiply 324. So this one I will change into the 324 multiply 2, and then it will become square root 324 multiply square root 2, then you will get 18 multiply square root 2. Alright, just in case you do not know how to do, yeah, you can always show your working. How do you get the 18 surd 2? Alright, this is how I get the 18 surd 2 from here. Alright, so I hope you actually can understand. Alright, so move on to the next questions. Okay, this one actually is a variance one because this is paper 2-1. I guess it's a variance ones. Alright, so okay, solve the equation and give your answer in this pattern. So I'm going to solve this equation. So I have the square root 3 and then 1 plus x equals to 2, x minus 3. Okay, give your answer in that pattern. So I will need to solve this equation definitely. So in order to solve this equation, I guess I will need to do something on it. Okay, I will just expand it maybe. I will just expand it. Yeah, I will just expand it. Surd 3 plus x surd 3 or surd 3x lah. Okay, I will say surd 3 x equals to 2x minus 6. Alright, then I will basically group them together maybe. Yeah, I will group them together. Give your answer in this pattern. So can I do the comparison? No, I don't think so. Right, so it's okay. This is 2x minus surd 3x, and then will become 6 plus surd 3, and then I factorize out the x. I will get 2 minus surd 3. This is 6 plus surd 3, and then therefore x will become 6 plus surd 3 over 2 minus surd 3. And then because I want to do this one, so I will do a rationalized process. This is a minus b. I will multiply a plus b for both. Alright, so therefore you should get something like this. This one will be x equals to, so you just expand it. The bottom is just 2 square minus surd 3 square, which is 4 minus 3, which is 1. Alright, and then at the top there I should have 12 6 times first, 2 multiply first one, 2 multiply second one, 2 surd 3. And then surd 3 multiply first one, 6 surd 3 plus 3. Alright, so my final answer should be 15 plus 8 surd 3. Alright, I hope I'm correct. Okay, so this is how we do this kind of surd question. And this process, we call it rationalize. Okay, just for students who do not know which past year is this one basically is 2017. 2017 May June, and the variant is 2-1. Alright, so I hope you actually get it. Yeah, you if you are O-level student, you can just go to find your 2017 paper, May June paper 2-1. If you are the IGCSE student, yeah, you can do the same. Find 2017 May June paper 2-1. Alright, so yes, IGCSE and O-level will have the same paper. What happened to the denominator? Yes, the denominator over here is basically 4 minus 3, right? 4 minus 3, so you will get 1. So the whole thing is over 1. So you can just ignore about the 1. Okay, I hope I do actually explain your... I do really answer your question. Okay, if there's no problem, then I will just move on to the next question. Okay, this is question number 3. Okay, x means what? So whenever the question actually they ask you to solve, basically they want to find the value of x. They want to find x. This is the meaning of solve. So whenever you see the word solve the equation, normally they want to find the values of x, or they want to find the values of unknown. Alright, so okay, let me just move on. So how do you find the amplitudes? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I will just answer those questions related to the question I'm discussing right now. So if you have a question about other topic, yeah, please ask during the Q&A section. Right, so okay, the variable x and y are such that y equals to ln x squared plus 1. So you just differentiate this one. Differentiate this one should be very easy. Whenever you see ln, that means you move over the ln. The ln will become 1 over the whole thing here. So it will be 1 over x squared plus 1. And then you differentiate whatever thing in your denominator. You basically differentiate x squared plus 1, you will get 2x. Alright, so the answer should be just 2x over x squared plus 1. Alright, this one is just very easy. Hence, find the approximate change in y such that x is increased. Whenever you see this one, you know this is small change. So which is change of y over change of x equals to dy dx. The question tells you that x is changed from 3 to 3 plus x. This is a new value. This is an old value. So I will just use the new value. If I want to find the change of x, I will just use the new value minus the old value. Alright, so it's h. Okay, because 3 minus 3 gone. So yeah, so if the question asks me to find approximate change in y, so in order to find approximate change in y, I will just sub everything into this formula. So change of x is just h. Alright, dy dx. So for dy dx, you always need to sub the old values of x into dy dx, which is 3. So you have to sub this one into the dy dx here. So your dy dx should be equals to, sub the 3 into the x, it will be 6 plus 6 over 10. Alright, so which is 3 over 5. So equals to 3 over 5 here. So I can know my approximate change of y is 3 over 5 h. Alright, just like that. Yeah, I guess some students actually have the problem about differentiation. Okay. If you like move the power, not move up power become negative. Okay, it's like this. If you have the ln, if I differentiate ln x squared, so this is what happened. when you have ln over here, it will become the 1 over whatever thing beside the ln. So you will just x squared. And then you need to do again is you need to differentiate x squared. Then you will get 2x here. Alright, so then only you simplify, you will get 2 over x. You are not moving this one become x power of negative 2, then only you differentiate this one, which is not. Alright, you straight away differentiate whatever thing beside the ln. Alright, so yes, so I guess you can understand. Yeah, for approximate change, basically whenever you see the x is changed from certain value to another value, you just remember about this formula. This is how I remember the formula is both also look like dy dx, isn't it? Just you will see something like delta. Okay, this one is basically a change of y over change of x. So you want to find change of x is very easy. They already tell you the x is increased from 3 to 3 plus h. So you know the change of x is just h. Okay, and you most of the time you can't find change of y, because if you want to find the change of y, you have to solve the whole equation. Then the next thing you need to solve is dy dx. You always remember you substitute the old values of x into the dy dx and then solve the equation. That's all. Whenever you have the perpendicular, you just do the m1, m2 equal to -1. That's all. Alright, so okay, let me just move on. Please ask me the question about that question. Please ask me the question about the question I'm discussing. Alright, so question number 4a. Yeah, this is not the SPM paper. Okay, y equals to 7 cos 10x minus 3, where angle x is measured in a degree. So therefore the question asks about amplitude, so it's very easy. In order to find the amplitude and period is just the b over here is 10x, isn't it? Bx. Alright, well, for sine and cos always equals to 360. For tangent will equals to 180. This one is something fixed already. Alright, so x is basically equals to 36. So my period is equals to 36 degree. Alright, amplitude is the value in front of the sine cos tangent, which is 7. Alright, so it's very easy. Okay, then let me move on to the next one. Find the equation of the curve in the form y equals to ag bx plus c, where gx is a trigonometric function a, b, and c. Alright, so okay, a is the amplitude, bx is the period, something to do with period lah. Basically, b means how many cycle in 360. Alright, and c is how many unit that shift up. Alright, so the first thing is you need to do is find a line on the middle. This one should be your line on the middle, isn't it? And this line supposedly is the x-axis. This line suppose be x-axis. So what happened over here is you see the x-axis basically from 0 move up to 7. So c, I can easily know the c equals to 7 because the middle line is always on the x-axis. Alright, in order to find the value a, that means from the middle line to the maximum, or from the middle line to the minimum. So obviously 7 to 12 is 5, 7 to 2 is 5, so your a is just 5. Alright, bx is a bit complicated. In order to find the bx, right, so you need to find out one cycle of the sine graph over here. So the one cycle is basically from here go up to 90. So right now my x is 90 because now my period is 90. That means one cycle in this diagram is 90, right? So what I will do is I will write the bx equals to 360 because I say sine and cos always equal to 360, fixed already. Only tangent is 180. Since you know your x is 90, substitute into here. So b 90 equals to 360. So b is just equals to 4. Therefore b equals to 4. Alright. Or I even teach my student, you just see in 360 is at how many cycle? You have 1, and then you have 2, and then you have 3, and then you have 4. So 4 cycle into 360, right? So b equals to 4. Yeah, there's few ways you can find b, but as long as you get it, then should be okay. Alright, let's move on to the question number 5. Okay, given that a is a constant, and then expand this one in ascending power, simplify each of your expansion. Okay, this one doesn't say first 3 term or first 4 term. So what you need to do right now is you have to expand everything. So I hope you know how to expand. 2 plus ax power of 4. The first one is just 2 power of 4 plus 4c1 2 power of 3 ax power of 1 plus 4c2 2 power of 2 ax power of 2 plus 4c3 2 power of 1 ax power of 3 plus the last one plus 4c4 which is 2 power of 0 and ax power of 4. Right, or you can just ignore all this because the whole thing will become 1. 4c4 is 1, 2 power of 0 is 1 also, so you will left this one. So 2 power of 4 is 16. This is this one should be 4 multiplied 8 is 32, so plus 32 ax. 4c2 should be 6. 4c2 is 6. 6 times 4, so you will get 24. So you get 24 a square x square plus the next term, it should be 4a, so it will be 8 a power of 3 x power of 3. The last one is a power of 4 x power of 4. Alright, this is just the formula. You just apply the formula, you should be able to actually get the equation. Am I do anything wrong or hit on the top? No, I don't think so. Alright, so okay, given also the coefficient of x squared is equals to the coefficient of x power of 3. Just for students who do not understand what is the meaning of coefficient, it means the number in front of x squared. Mean this one is the coefficient of x squared. This is coefficient of x squared. And then coefficient of x cubed means the number in front of the x cubed, which is here. This is coefficient of x cubed. Alright, so I hope you can get it. So therefore, the question trying to tell me 24a squared is equal to 8a cubed. Then I divide a square for both. That means I divide a square for both. I will simplify. I will left a here. So a equals to 24 divided by 8. Therefore, a will equals to 3. The question asked me to show, so I will show it. Alright, so next one, use your expansion to show this value. Alright, so this is a bit it's a bit confusing if you don't understand. So the question asks you to use the expansion. So I will look back my expansion, and you need to find something similar between your expansion and the number here. And you will realize both also is power of 4, isn't it? Because this one is power of 4 and this one is power of 4 as well. So therefore, since they are power of 4, so I guess the question trying to say whatever number here should equals to 2 plus ax. So I will do something like 2 plus ax equals to 1.97. Right, and then power of 4 I will ignore it because both of them also have power of 4. So the next thing is I have the a, so I will sub my a into it, which is 3x equals to 1.97. So 3x will equals to negative 0.03. So x should be negative 0.01. That's mean if I substitute my x equals to negative 0.01 into my expansion here, I should be able to get 15.1. Alright, but because this one they only want one decimal, I will not substitute into all the 5 term here. I will only substitute in the first 3 term. Alright, so I will just show you how to do. So what I will do is I will need to substitute the 3 back into here first. So 16 plus, okay, I will say 1.97 power of 4 equals to, alright, 16 plus 32 multiply 3, you will get 96x. Your x is negative 0.01 plus 24 multiply 9, you will get 24 multiplied 9, you will get 216. So which is 216 x squared, isn't it? So x squared is negative 0.01 square. Alright, because and then you can substitute two more terms if you want, but the question 1 decimal, I think I will stop here. And then I will use the calculator. Plus 96 multiply negative 0.01, and then I will plus 216 bracket negative 0.01 power of 2. Right, so I will actually get 15.0616, but because I want to round off, right, so I will get 15.1. Alright, the question asked me to show, so I just shown like this. Okay, so yeah, I hope you actually can understand what I'm saying here. Okay, so if there's no problem, I will move on to next question. Yeah, I will give you a Q&A section after number 6. Yeah, because yeah, then I can rest for a while also. Then we will continue another 6 question later. Okay, for cinema PQRS, it sells adult, student and children tickets. So the number of tickets sold by each cinema on one weekday were, okay, so okay, this is your information. P cinema actually sell 90 for adult, 10 for student, 30 for children. Q didn't sell any for adult and children. Q only sell 45 for student. R sell 25 adult, blah blah blah. Okay, so basically give that L equals to 1 1 1 1. Alright, and construct a matrix M of the number of tickets sold such that the matrix LM can be found. So in order to make the LM can be found, I need to know what is the metric order for L first. So the metric order for L basically is 1 multiply 4. So if in order to make LM to be found, the metric order for M must be start with 4 multiply of something. Okay, must start with the 4 because you need to make the LM can be found. If this one start with 3, then they don't have the same metric or order on the middle, you cannot multiply. Alright, so therefore, okay, I will just do like this. Because PQRS just nice, because PQ and RS you have 4 rows, right? And then this one is adult, student, children is 3 columns. So I will get something like 4 multiply 3 after I finish it. Alright, so then I will just write my number. So adult for P I have 90, student I have 10, children I have 30. And then for Q, don't have any adult, don't have any children, only have student 45. For R, you have 25 adult, don't have student, children you have 15. And for S, you have 10 adult, and then 0 student, 100 for children. Alright, this one is just 1 mark. So you cannot write 4 multiply, and you cannot write 3 multiply 4 here. Because some students, they might flip over, they do like this. PQRS and adult, children, student, children. Normally you can do like this, but because this question they give you LN can be found, so you cannot do this method in this question. Alright. So yeah, so find the matrix of LM. So yeah, you will just do the LM. So do the LM here. So in order to save some time, I will use the empty space here. But of course in the exam you have to write out. So it's 1 1 1 1. Okay, you should always know multiply of metric is horizontal, multiply the vertical. Alright, so therefore this is 1 times 4, and then you multiply 4 times 3. Middle must be the same. Simplify, your answer should be in 1 multiply 3. So you will get 1 multiply 3 answer here. That means you have something like A, B and C. Okay, this is what we call 1 multiply 3. Alright, then okay, then I will just do some multiplication. 1 multiply 90, which is 90. 1 multiply 0, which is 0. 1 multiply 25, 1 multiply 10. Done the first one. And then I'll go for second one. Okay, so basically you understand it's just plus them together. It's very easy. And then go for the last one. It's 30 plus 15 plus 100. Alright, because it's just 1 mark, so it shouldn't be too difficult. 125, and then you have 55, and then you will have 145. Alright, so when you join them together, you should know, okay, because this one is for something like, you can imagine this one is for cinema P, Q, and R and S. So when you just multiply them, basically you are getting what? Because the next one they ask you to state what information is represented by LM, the product of LM. So basically this is total number sale for adult. This is the total number sale for adult in 4 camera in 4 cinema. This is all adult ticket for 4 cinema. Alright, so you should know the 55 it will be all student ticket in all 4 cinema, and 145 is the total number of ticket for children in 4 cinema. Alright, so if you want to write it nicely here, you can just say is what's information represented by LM. Total number, you can say total number of ticket, total number of different type of ticket, different type of ticket sold by all cinema in weekday. Alright, so of course you can write anything you just find it makes sense, then you just use it. It doesn't matter because just 1 mark. Alright, so an adult ticket costs 5, and the student ticket costs 4, and the children ticket costs 3. Construct a metric M of the ticket cost such that the metric LMN can be found, and state the information represented by metric product LMN. So basically just now you have the first one is 1 times 4 metric. The second one is 4 times 3 metric. So the last one should be start with 3, isn't it? Because in the metric the middle number must be the same. So this one must start with 3. Okay, so because I have 3 price here, so I guess this is 3 times 1 matrix. Alright, so I know that metric N should be 5, 4, 3. Alright, then that's mean, okay, they ask you to write N and state the what information. So that's mean if I add the 5, 4, 3 here, that's mean sorry, this is what? 3 times 1, I'm wrong. Because 3 times 1 doesn't look like this. It's 5, 4, 3 like that. 5, 4, and 3. Alright, so yeah, this is 3 multiply 1. That's mean if I got my answer here, if I multiply with 5, 4, 3, I will get the final one answer. Because you just imagine this is 1 times 3, and then this is 3 times 1. So you simplify the 3, your final answer is 1 times 1. So 1 times 1 means what? This, you realize this is adult, right? This is adult. This is student, this is children. So you see adult, they are multiplied with the price of adult. Student will multiply with price of student, and children will multiply with price of children, and then you will get one final answer. So what is the meaning of this final answer? It will be total income for all 4 cinema. All 4 cinema in the weekday. Okay, because the question actually asks you to explain also what is the final answer, but the question doesn't ask you to find the LMN. It just asks you to state what information is represented by the product, metric product of LMS. So it's just the total income of 4 cinema, all 4 cinema in the weekday. Alright, so yeah, this is question number 4. So we will rest for a while. So do you have any question you want to ask me before we actually move on? Yeah. Oh. I found my water bottle. So how to find the amplitudes of tangent? Okay, it's the amplitude of tangent, right? If you want to find basically, you need to see the 45 degree, because we know the tangent 45 actually equals to 1. So if at tangent 45 over there, you will see the value is not 1, let's say it's 7, then the amplitude will be 7. Okay, if the question were asked in paper 1, there is still a chance those topics will come out in paper 2. But not all, only some popular topic like trigo, like differentiation, like integration. Yeah. But if you want to, like, because you already did your paper 1, so you want to predict some question coming out in your paper 2, then definitely those topic haven't come up in your paper 1, as higher chances will come out in your paper 2. So you just, because I heard my students say that the relative velocity haven't come out, the vector haven't come out, and trigo haven't come out, remainder theorem and factor theorem haven't come out, and function also. So you just make sure you know all this topic, and then you just prepare for it. So if they give me period and 2 coordinate, how am I supposed to grade an equation? Okay, so if you have the period and 2 coordinate, normally is do the substitution. I think they will give you a equation which is unknown, something like y equals to a sine bx plus c. And then they will give you a b lah, and then ask you to find a and c. Then if you have 2 coordinate, then you just do the substitution lah. Mean you just sub the coordinate into your x and y, you should be able to find your equation. I'm pretty sure this year will have the relative velocity topic, because you like trace back like the last 5 years, the October-November paper mostly will have relative velocity. Yeah, for the, yeah, just reply for the ways. Yeah, that 3 question I will discuss after I finish all the 12 questions, but not right now lah. How to memorize trigo in Bahasa Malaysia is worse. Yeah, the trigo you have to find your way to actually memorize. Alright, so if the question actually gives you something like y equals to a tangent bx plus c, right? You want to sub your period into the bx, but it's not like straight away sub into it. So let's say for tangent, your period is 90, right? So I said tangent should be 180, so your b will be 2. Something like that. You have to understand the relationship between period and b. Then you should know how to do the substitution. Because whenever you sub 2 equations into each other, because the student is asked why do we need to actually use simultaneous to find the coordinate x and y. So normally if you sub 2 equations into each other, you are getting their intersection point. This is how to find x and y. If some students so worried about domain and range thing, you can go to check out. I actually make one video specially for domain and range in my YouTube channel. Yeah, you can always check it out. How do you know tangent is 180? Because if you just sketch the y equals to tangent x graph, you will find out tangent is repeating every 180 degree. So, and then sine and cos, they are repeating every 360. So this is the reason why I always say tangent will equals to 180 and sine and cos will equals to 360. Can we still pass without doing 2 questions? Yeah, I think the passing mark, I mean, if you want to get C, is quite easy. So for proving identity, how to know you're not getting any closer to your answer? Okay, for proving identity, basically, you will need to gain experience. I can say, and then of course you can analyze the question a little bit, and then you will realize like substitute which information into it. It will be easier to get the expression on the other side. How to know one cycle of tangent graph? Okay, so for trigo graph, right, you can just you can try to draw it out yourself. You do not want to add any amplitude period and c value into it. You just draw y equals to tangent x, y equals to sine x and cos x, and then you will realize what do I mean by one cycle. That's mean if I draw the y equals to sine x, well, one cycle I will draw from 0 to 90 to 360, and then if I want to continue, I will draw another one up to 720. This is what I mean by one cycle, because second cycle is repeating the first cycle. You keep on repeating until infinity one. Alright, so we have to remember which formula for connected rate of change. Rate of change, you have to remember the change rule, which is something like dy dt equals to dy dx multiplied dx dt. Okay, you have to remember the change rule. If you want to convert speed to vector, yeah, I have a lot of video about that. Basically, speed is the magnitude of vector. So that means if you do the square root of a squared plus b squared, you are getting speed. Circle measure, yeah, any tips for circle measure? Circle measure, just remember the formula. S equals to r theta and a equals to half r squared theta. Just remember that formula. If you don't know how to draw the triangle for relative velocity, basically, oh, it's very hard to like tell you how to draw that thing, but I have about 10 videos about relative velocity in my YouTube channel. You can just spend some time to actually check it out. I do actually teach you how to sketch the triangle into for relative velocity. If you want me to explain in short, basically is you need to find out which one is your resultant vector, and your relative velocity vector plus the wind or water vector will all go to the resultant vector. Okay, so any tip for integration? Yeah, integration, you just make sure you know the basic integration, and then you need to know you cannot differentiate, it cannot integrate tangent, and you cannot integrate ln, which is ln. Alright, and then please remember you integrate sine, cos, and secant square. Yeah, but you just don't get confused. Yeah, if you want to like ask about the IGCSE question, O-level question, you always can join my group, which is y equals to mx+c group, and over there you will need to fill up 3 questions, which I ask like which school are you from, are you student, how old are you, something like that. You just fill up all the 3 questions, and then I will approve you. Then you go into there, you can ask the IGCSE question over there, or O-level question over there. So I got the water. Will I get any other question on velocity? Yeah, relative velocity, basically you have a water one, you have another one is on the A one, which is the plane going to fly from A to B, and then you have something related to the vector one, yeah, which the speedboat going to meet the ship, something like that. Yeah, I think I have all these video in my YouTube channel. You just go to my YouTube channel, there's a small search over there, you type relative velocity, should have all the video coming out there. Even you just search relative velocity in YouTube channel, you can see quite a lot of my video over there also. Yeah, IGCSE and GCE is not totally the same, but they are related. Okay, so just do not want to waste your time. I will go into the last 6 questions. Alright, so let's go back to the screen. Okay, so in a group of students, each group of students, okay, so this one asks you to share, I guess. Yeah, in the diagram below, share the region and intersect y complement. Mean outside of y will intersect x, so basically you are shading this part only. Okay, this is your answer. This one is quite simple. Okay, outside of P complement means everything outside of P here will intersect with Q. Okay, intersect with Q and intersect with R. So basically, I think it's only here. Okay, because if you see one by one. If outside of P here intersect with Q, basically it's everything here. But everything here intersect with R is only this part. Alright, I hope you can actually get it. Okay, so the next question, in the group of students, each student study at most 2 of art, music, and design. No student study both music and design. Okay, A denote for art, and M denote for music, and D denote for the design. Write down the following using the set notation. No student study music and design. So I will just say M intersect with D will equals to empty set. Or you can actually say the number of M intersect D should equals to 0. I think any of this one should easily give you 1 mark. Okay, so there are 100 students in a group. 39 students study art. And okay, so let me just draw out. We have art here. And then we also have the, okay, so we have music, we have design. Okay, then, okay, number of students study art is 39. Okay, is 39. Number of students who study music, 39 students study art, 45 students study music, and 36 students study design. 12 students will study both art and music. So art intersect music should equals to 12. And 25 students study art and design. So basically, art intersect with design, we have 25. Alright, and then, okay, M doesn't intersect with D. So if I draw it one more time, I will draw it nicely because they doesn't intersect. Yeah, maybe you can draw like this. Of course, just draw nice a bit. Okay, D. Because we know there's no student who study music and design, so I do not need to intersect them. Alright, so when I do this kind of question, the first thing I will do is I will focus on intersection part first. I will not start with the 39, 45, 36. I will start with 12 and 25. So A intersect with, why I have a B there one? Okay, is, or D. This is design, sorry. 12 students study art and music. Oh, this is M. Okay, so art and music, you have 12 here. Alright, and then art and design, you have 25 here. Okay, then you fill in the blank, the rest. So A should be 39, total will be 39, right? Here you already got 37, so this is 2 here. And total of music, you have 45. So you 45 minus 12, you should have 33 here. And then for design, you have 36, so you should have 11 here. Total is 100, right? So I will use 100 to minus all the number here. I mean all the number inside. So 100 minus 33 minus 12 minus 25 minus 11 minus 2. So outside will be 17. Okay, so yeah, that's all for the 3 mark. It's not too hard. Alright. Permutation and combination. A football club have 13 players. In how many different ways can a captain and vice captain be selected from this player? Okay, just imagine now you have one group of football players, you have 30 of them. And then you need to select the captain and vice president, right? So if I select randomly, what I will do over here is I will from 30 player here select 2 player come out, and one of them will become the captain, one of them will become the vice captain. So what I will do over here is I will use 30 player here, I will choose out 2, and then from the 2 player here I will select one become the vice captain, and the other one is definitely will become the captain. Then you multiply them times 2C1. Alright, it should be 870. Alright, so okay, B. A team of 11 teachers is to be chosen from 2 math teacher, 5 computer. Now I have 2 math, 5 computer teacher, and 9 is science teacher. Okay, so find a number of different team that can be chosen. Is the team must have at least 1 math teacher. So if you have the 11 here, one of it must be the math teacher. Then you still have another 10 slot over here, isn't it? You still have another 10 slot over here. This one can be any teacher. So if the first one must be the math, I have 2 math teacher here. So 2 math here, I will select 1 to put into it. Alright, so after I select 1 already, I still left how many teacher? So what I will do is, they want exactly 1, yes. So here I have 14 teacher from computer and science, right? So from the 14 teacher here, I will select 10 for the rest of the teacher. Then I multiply them. Alright, so 14C10 multiply 2C1, you should get 2002. Alright, so the next one, the team must have exactly 1 math teacher and at least 4 computer teacher. So that's mean I need to select 11 teacher, right? 1 is the math. Alright, and then at least 4 computer, right? C. How many computer? 5, right? Okay, so the first case I would think if I have 4 computer. The next one I would think if I have 5 computer teacher. Alright, so if I have 5 computer teacher, that's mean I already have 6 teacher here. So the rest of the science teacher, I will need to have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one I will need to have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, this is how you arrange for the 11 teacher. Alright, so if I work this one out, math teacher 2 math, I select 1. And then I will have 5 computer, I select 4. Because they say at least 4, right? And then science teacher, I have 9 science teacher, I select 6 here. So for this case, I have 2 math teachers, select 1. 5 computer teacher, I select 5. And 9 science teacher, I select 5. And then I will join them together. So this one is 840 here. So this one is 252 here. Your final answer should be join them together, which is 1092. I guess this one should be the correct answer. Alright, so let's move on to question number 9. So the curve 3x squared plus xy plus y squared plus 4y minus 3 equals 0, and the lines 2 multiply 1 minus x intersect at the point A and B. Find the coordinate. Basically, this is simultaneous. So I will just substitute the 2 into it first. So this one is 2 minus 2x. Alright, then I will substitute 2 minus 2x into the first equation here. 3x squared plus x. Okay, this is my 2 minus 2x minus y squared plus 4y minus 3 equals 0. And I will sub all my y here. 2 minus 2x. 2 minus 2x. Alright, then I will just expand it. 3x squared plus 2x plus 2x only, don't have the square. Okay, it's fine. Plus 2x plus minus 2x squared. And then this one, I will expand it, which is 4 minus ax plus 4x squared. Plus, oops, we still have 1, 2 minus 2x here. Okay, so I will get 8 minus ax minus 3 equals to 0. Alright, then I will expand the last bracket over there. Then I simplify it. Minus 4 plus ax minus 4x squared plus 8 minus ax minus 3 equals to 0. Alright, then what I will do next is I will solve all the x squared. So 3x squared minus 2x squared, I left x squared minus 4x squared, I got negative 3x squared. Alright, then 2x plus ax is 10, 10 minus 8 is 2, so plus 2x. Alright, so we have 8 minus 7, so it's 1, equals to 0. I will multiply negative for the whole equation. Then I will just factorize it out. This is 3x, this is x, this is 1, this is 1, this is minus, this is positive. So x should equals to negative 1 over 3, or x will equals to 1. Alright, then the next thing I will do is I want to find the value of y, so I will substitute into the easiest one. So 2 minus 2, negative 1 over 3. The first one is basically 2 plus 2 over 3. So this one will be 6 equals to 8 over 3. So the first coordinate will be negative 1 over 3 and 8 over 3. And then the second one, I sub into my 1 into it. So y basically equals to 0. So the second one is 1, 0. Okay, this is how you find the coordinate A and B. You can label anyone as A and the other one as B. It doesn't matter. Okay, so third part. Find the equation of perpendicular bisector of AB and give your answer in the form of that one. So whenever you see the perpendicular bisector, you know basically you need two information. First, you need to find the midpoint. Second, you will need to find the perpendicular gradient by using the m1 multiply m2 equals to negative 1. Alright, you will use these two information to actually find perpendicular bisector equation. Of course, after you got both of this one, you just substitute into the equation formula. Okay, so I will find the midpoint first. So the midpoint, basically I have two coordinates over here, x plus x divided by 2, negative 1 over 3 plus 1 over 2, comma, y plus y over 2, 8 over 3 plus 0 over 2. So yeah, you will get 2 over 3, this is 2 over 6. This one is 8 over 6. Then, of course, you can simplify it, become 1 over 3 and 4 over 3. Okay, this is your midpoint. And then you will need to find the gradient. So I will find my gradient here. So gradient is equals to y minus y over x minus x. Okay, so this is 8 over 3, definitely over negative 4 over 3. Alright, so this is divide, right? Divide, if I change into the multiply, it's 8 over 3 multiply 3 over negative 4. The gradient is basically negative 2. Alright, so if m1 times m2 should equals to negative 1 because of the word perpendicular. So negative 2 times m2 equals to negative 1. Gradient 2 equals to 1 over 2. Okay, I have both of this one. I can find the equation easily by substitutes both into the equation. Okay, so y minus 4 over 3 equals to half x minus 1 over 3. So I will solve this equation. So I will have 1 over 2x minus 1 over 6 plus 4 over 3. Then I will solve this one. So times 2 is 8. 8 is 7 over 6. But the question one in this pattern, so I will multiply 6 for the whole equation. So I have 6y equals to 3x plus 7. So 6y minus 3x. Okay. They want the x first. Then maybe I will just sub. Okay. I just move the 6y. Minus 6y equals to negative 7. Done. Alright, so let's move on to the next one, number 10. The table will show the values of the variable t and p. Okay, so you need to draw this is linear law, definitely. So yes, because this is LMP against t. So what I will do is I will find the LMP. That means I ln every single value here. So I will ln 4.39. The first one, I think 2 decimals should be more than enough. 48. 1.48 for the first one. So I will then I will ln 8.33. This one is 2.12. Alright, then I will ln 15.8. 2.76. Then I will ln 30. So this one is 3.40. Alright, then I will just plot accordingly. So 1 and 1.48. So t is 1. And then I will get 1.48. 1.48 is somewhere here. Close to 1.5. And the second one, 1.5, I will get 2.12. 2.2. Somewhere here. Okay, 2, I will get 2.76. 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.76. Alright, then the next one I will get 3.4. 3.4 exactly here. Alright, then I will just draw the line for it. You can see my line should look best fit. Okay, it's not yet best fit. I'm going to erase a little bit. Okay, this one should be my line. Alright, so done. Then use your graph to estimate the value of p when t equals to 2.2. So 2.2 here. So what I will do next is, okay, let me see. I mean, how do I change my line color? Okay, it doesn't matter. So 2.2, as long as you see here is 2. Oops. No. 2.2 is somewhere here. Oops. Okay, so from 2.2 here, if I going up here, okay, let me change it into other color. Alright, so when I touch over there, I will just get a nice one. Yeah, it should be 3. You see carefully. Okay, so yeah, when 2.2 here, this is 2.2, isn't it? So I will actually get 3 here. So basically what you need to do over here is I will get from here, I will get ln p equals to 3, right? So when ln p equals to 3, p basically equals to e power of 3. Okay, that's all. Find the gradient of the graph and state the coordinate of the point where he meet the vertical axis. Okay, so the mid is always around 0.3. I will say the mid at 0.3, and you want to find the gradient, you just take any of 2 coordinate here, any coordinate you like. to actually find the gradient. So if I want to find the gradient, I take the, okay, this one is very nice. This one is basically, this coordinate is 0 and 0.3, and I will take one more from the above here, 1 and 1.48. Alright, so I can find the gradient easily by using a 1.48 minus 0.3 over 1 minus 0. Yeah, then I will get my gradient. So my gradient should be 1.18. Alright, so use your answer in the part 3. Show that P equals to AB power of T. Okay, since you have the gradient and vertical intercept, the graph is ln y equals to m, y equals to mx plus c. Alright, mx plus c, your x is just t, your plus, your c is 0.3. So you want to leave it into this pattern. Definitely this one is LMP, isn't it? So what I will do over here is, you will answer in the part 3. A and B can be constant. Okay, so what I want to do it here is I want to, okay, this is P, not B. Okay, this is LN P. Okay, so yeah, because if I move the ln to the other side, I will not get this one. Let me see what I can do over here. Okay, I will just move the ln to the other side. It will become e power of 1.18t plus 0.3. Alright, then the next thing I will do is I trying to separate them, because plus in power we know basically is multiply, right? Multiply e power of 0.3. Okay, so I will just rearrange into this pattern. I guess my e is e power of 0.3. I will leave it first as an a, and my b is e power of 1.18t. Alright, I guess this is how we solve this kind of question. Okay, so yeah, so let's move on to the fourth part. Given that your equation in the part 4 is valid for the value of t up to 10. Okay, find the smaller values of t correct to 1 decimal for which the p is at least 1000. Okay, given your equation in the part 4 is valid for the value of t up to 10. Okay, find the smallest value. Okay, so yeah, t will be maximum 10. Alright, so this question is trying to say p is at least. Okay, so I will say when p is at least, oh sorry, at least is not this sign, p will at least 1000. Then what I will do next is the e is 0.3 multiply e 1.18t will bigger or equals to 1000. I will solve this equation. 1.18t equals to 1000 divided by e 0.3, and then I will add ln for both sides. So 1.18t should be 1000 over e power of 0.3, and then I will Move the E will be ln my answer. This one should be 6.608. So T is basically divide 1.18 is 5.6. So yeah, give your answer in one decimal. I guess my answer is just 5.6. Okay, check the marking scheme. The marking scheme should be between 5.2 to 5.5. I guess my answer is a bit off. So anyways, you all can still, yeah, if your graph you actually draw correctly, then it should be good. Okay, so yeah, but then the method is correct already. Maybe just now I plot it, it's not so accurate, my graph, so end up my gradient and my vertical intercept were off a bit. So yeah, so end up my final answer will be affected. Yeah, because I remember yesterday my student got like 0.4 for the C. Maybe I didn't plot it carefully. Yeah, anyways, yeah, this is how we do. I mean, in the exam you can't check the answer, so what you can do is just try your best to draw it nicely and then make sure all your working is correct, then you will get marked from there. Alright, question 11. Okay, prove that this proof question is quite easy. So I will choose the side with more information. So I will choose the left hand side. Okay, so yeah, this is right hand side. So I will say left hand side here. So sine x, cotangent is basically cos x over sine x. And tangent basically is sine x over cos x. Then the next thing I will do is make them have the same denominator. That's mean I will multiply cos x here, and then I'll multiply sine x here. Alright, so therefore I will get a sine x, cos x. Here will be cos square x plus sine square x. Alright, then sine square x plus cos square x we know is actually equals to 1. Alright, and then sine x and sine x I will simplify over here. Then I get 1 over cos x, which is secant x. Proven. Alright, so next one. Hence solve this equation. So yeah, we know the whole thing equals to secant x, right? So I will say modulus secant x equals to 2. So modulus I move to the other side, it will become positive negative 2. So I have two choices here, secant x equals to 2 or secant x equals to negative 2. Alright, so this is 1 over cos x equals to 2. So cos x will equals to 1 over 2. So here I will do the same thing. So the cos x will equals to negative 1 over 2. Alright, so cos x equals to half. You will get 60 degree and 300 degree. And cos x equals to negative half. This is add sugar to coffee, yeah? Okay, cos will get negative in the third and fourth, right? So this one should be reference angle is 60. In the second quadrant, it should be 120 and 240. Okay, so this is how you solve this question. Yeah, you need to remember in the first quadrant is angle, second is 180 minus angle, third one is 180 plus angle, the last one is 360 minus angle. Alright, so for negative here, you remember you need to find the reference angle first. The reference angle is 60 degree. How to find the reference angle? Basically, you move your cos to the other side. You move your cos to the other side and then you type the positive half. Ignore about negative first. After you got the reference angle already, cos will get negative in these two quadrants, right? Then you just do 180 minus 60, you will get 120. Then you will, oops, negative is not this one, negative is this one. Then the next one will be 180 plus 60. So you will get 240. Alright, so I guess, yeah, you guys can understand. Okay, one last question. A particle move in the straight line so that t second after passing through the fixed point O, its displacement from O is this one. So you have this one. The equation is given. So t is a second after passing through O. This is very important information because at O itself, that means when s equals to 0, t will equal to 0. Okay, this is what this sentence trying to say. So find the distance between the particle first two position of instantaneous rest. So this sentence mean these two words mean velocity equal to 0. So yeah, and then you need to find the distance between the particle for first two. Okay, I will explain this one later. So the first thing is I will find the v first. V basically differentiate this one. V equals to ds dt. So my v basically will equals to 3 differentiate cos, you will get negative sign, so become positive 5 sine phi t. Alright, I hope you know how to differentiate this one. So velocity equals to 0, and then you will get 3 plus 5 sine phi t. Because why I substitute 0? Because the question says it's rest. Rest means the velocity is 0. So I know the sine phi t, I should get negative 3 over 5. So the first thing is I find my reference angle first. I move the sign to the other side. I ignore about negative. Okay, so shift sign 3 over 5. Okay, and in this topic, I prefer my answer in radian. So I will change my calculator to radian. Type again. So I will get 0.6435. Alright, this is in radian. Okay, so then I will start to analyze. I will start to analyze like when actually my sign will actually get negative. Okay, add sugar to coffee. Tell me that my sign actually will get negative in third and fourth quadrant. In radian, third quadrant basically is pi plus angle. The last one is 2 pi minus angle. So the next one, I will use this answer plus pi. I will get 3.785. And then I will use 2 pi minus 0.6435. I mean, I cannot write comma because this is reference angle, my bad. So I know my phi t equals to 3.785. This is, and then next one is 2 pi minus answer. So I will get 5.6397. Alright, so, and then I find one more, I mean I rotate one more round. Yeah, I can get another more answer. I can get a loss of answer over here. But then the question says what? They want the first two position. So I will only find the first two time only. This two is not the first two. This is the first three already if I stop until here. So I will stop in the first two answer because the question says they want first two position. Because each of the answer going to give me one value for t. Alright, so these two I will not find. Alright, so my t is basically equals to 3.785 divided by 5. I will get 0.757. The second value, I will get 5.6397 divided by 5. I will get 1.128. Alright, so after I have these two time already, I can substitute into the s here and then find the distance between these two find the distance between the particle in these two positions. Alright, so I will sub into the first one. Let me use blue maybe. So S, I will say S1 when I sub the first one value here. So it should be 1 plus 3, 0.757 minus cos 5, 0.757. Alright, so yeah, this one you just type in your calculator. Nothing very special here. Minus cos 5 multiply 0.757. Yeah, it's 4.071. And then I will find the S2. I will do the same thing, but I will sub the 1.128 into the T here. 1.128. And then I should be able to get another answer. 3.584. So if you want to find the distance between them, basically you are using the largest value to minus a smaller value. So it should be 4.0. So I will say distance will equals to 4.071 minus 3.584. Alright, so 4.071 minus 3.584. Right, and then you get the distance between them is 0.487. Alright, that's all. I guess my answer is correct. Okay, so it's hang here, so I will need to restart my OneNote. Just give me a moment. Okay, then we have the one last part. Okay, find the acceleration of when t equals to pi. So we need to find the acceleration. Yeah, we got the everything gone. Anyways, yeah, we have the velocity here. So we can find the a here. Luckily, it's not related. So a equals to dv dt. So basically, I will need to differentiate that one again. Yeah, differentiate sign will give you negative cos. So with negative 25 cos phi t. Alright, the question says when t equals to pi, negative 25 cos phi pi. Whenever t equals to pi, you know this one you should change your calculator in radian. This one actually indicate radian. Alright, so negative 25 and then cos phi multiply pi. So yeah, it's 25. Alright, I guess that's all for this paper. Alright, so yeah, I will discuss another 2 more questions about differentiation, because the student actually actually send the question to me. Yeah, so I reply to the Lee D way. So yeah, give me a moment. I will just insert the PDF file first. Okay. Which calculator I'm using? I'm using this one, and I find this kind of calculator is like I find this calculator is very useful. So I'm actually using this one, which is FX570EX plus. Are we allowed to use a calculator? Yes, you can always use the calculator to check your answer, but for differentiation and integration, you always need to show your answer. I mean, you always need to show your working. So yeah, so you always can use the calculator to actually check your answer. For 570ms, yeah, you will need to know how to press it carefully. Don't make any carrier mistake. Yes, so almost all my students, I actually will force them to buy this version of calculator, because you can type fraction and then you can check your answer for surd and so on. So yeah, this calculator in Malaysia is about 70 ringgit. Yeah, so I guess it's definitely worth to buy this one, and most of the students can still using this one in university. Yeah, you cannot use graphic calculator in IG. Yeah, I guess you are not allowed. Even I have one of the students use the Canon calculator. The examiner still say cannot bring the Canon version of calculator into it. 570EX, yes, can use, because I have students already use that, and then in the exam there's no issue. Okay, for the graph thing, the amplitude things, yeah, amplitude based on sine and cos. How about periods for or amplitude question based on sine and cos graph? So for the previous question 12 just now, how to see if it is negative or not? Isn't sine the okay, let me scroll back. I thought C from the sine. Isn't sine positive? Okay, so for question 12, right, you just remember whenever you differentiate sine, you will get positive, but you differentiate cos, you will get negative. Okay, yes, I realize I make the mistake. Yeah, sine will get positive. Why I write the negative 25? Okay, let's go back to the screen first. Because I make a carrot mistake here. Because here I differentiate sine, right? I differentiate sine, I get positive cos. So this should be positive. Alright, so this one should be positive 25. Yeah, thanks for that student who remind me. So 25 cos 5 multiplied pi. Yeah, answer is negative 25. Alright, so yeah, the student actually asked me to explain about the book one. Okay, just let me do a quick one. Let's say I have 5 mathematics books, and then I have 3 science books, and then I have 2 English books. Okay, right now if I say all the subject, all the same subject must arrange together. Okay, that's mean you will need to do like all the math together, all the science together, and all the English together, isn't it? So it's very simple. You just imagine you group all the 5 mathematics together, 3 science together, and 2 English book together. Alright, so total here you have how many? You group them together, you consider them as 1. So you have 3 different books here, isn't it? So you will have 3 factorial. But then all the mathematics book among themselves, they can still swap place, right? So it will be 5 factorial. All the science book, they can still swap place among themselves, right? It's 3 factorial. Same to English, 2 factorial. Then you multiply them. Okay, so let's say I change the condition a little bit. I say all the science subject must be together. Okay, if all the science must be together, that means I will group the science together. I have 3 science books here. Then I have 5 mathematics, math, and math. And then I have 2 English books, English and English. So I will count how many books I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 factorial because I want to arrange 8 books here. But then science, among the science here, just now I count them as a 1, right? But you have 3 science books, you can still swap place among themselves, right? So it will be 3 factorial. You multiply them. Then this one is the answer for part 2. Alright, so I hope you can actually understand this one. So, okay, let me move on to this kind of question. Yeah, because some students just do not like this kind of question. So I will just spend my last half an hour to explain about this kind of question. Yeah, this kind of question actually is the application of differentiation. A lot of time, students have difficulty like how to form the equation. That means they always ask you to show you will get this equation, and then after that you will need to find a maximum area or maximum volume, something like that. Alright, so let's have a look on this question. The diagram will show these 2 questions is from 2015. Alright, the diagram will show an empty container and in the form of open triangular prism. So open, so I know here is open. Alright, so the triangular face are equilateral. With side, so here is equilateral. Okay, with the side x, and the length of each rectangular face is y. Okay, everything is stated in the diagram. So the container is made from thin sheet of metal. So when full, the container can hold this one. So definitely this is the information for volume. Show that the total area for this one is blah blah blah. Okay, so I will do the volume first. This is prism, right? So in order to find the volume, right, we have to find one of the area and then use this area multiply the y. Okay, this is the logic. Alright, so So in order to solve the triangle, this equilateral triangle, I know the angle over here is 60 degrees. Okay, then I will use a triangle formula, half AB multiply sine 60. Okay, this is area of triangle, and then multiply the length, which is y. And volume we have already, right? Volume is 200 surd 3. Okay, and then this one is half x squared. Sine 60, I know basically this is square root 3 over 2. And then multiply with y equals to 200 surd 3. Alright, definitely I will need to solve this one. This one should be surd 3 x squared y over 4 over 200 surd 3. Alright, then I will move the 4 to the other side. Okay, so here I try to make the y as a subject lah. So I try to make the y as a subject. So y will equals to 800 surd 3 over surd 3 x squared. So I simplify the x squared surd 3, so it will be 800 over x squared. So for this kind of question, you always need to form the first equation first. So after you form the first equation already, then you know for area you can just substitute in. Okay, so now I want to find the area. So area, first I will need to find these two triangles here, which I already did the formula here. So we have two triangles, so it will be half x squared sine 60. Sine 60 is surd 3 over 2. Alright, now we're done about triangle. Plus, we have how many rectangles? We have two rectangles. I'm going to shade the rectangle with the blue color maybe. You have one rectangle here and the other one in the other side. So you have two rectangles. Rectangle area is x and y. Alright, so in order to find that area, so I will need to solve this rectangle. Okay, hang again. So I'm going to use the limited place to actually solve this one first. So simplify 2 and 2. I basically no more. So here is surd 3 over 2 x squared. And then we'll sub my y into here plus 2. Okay, x multiply y. xy. Okay, x is just x, y is 800 over x squared, isn't it? So I will simplify. It's 800. So 800 over x. Right, so then I will just simplify, and then you will realize I will actually get the answer already, right? So it's surd 3 x squared over 2. 2 multiply 800, you will get 1600 over x. And then I write Sean. Okay, it's not too difficult, but the problem is, do you know actually you need to form the first equation using the volume information, and then you will need to make the y as a subject. Why I know I need to make y as a subject but not x? Because this expression here, the area expression here, in term of x. So in term of x, I know at the beginning I will need to make y as a subject. If I make x as a subject at the beginning, then I substitute it in. I substitute into the area, I will get the area in term of y, which is not what I want. So I will always make the y as a subject if I see in term of x. Alright. Okay, so you realize it's hang already, so I will need to close it and open it again. Okay, one note. Okay, so yeah, you can easily get the 5 mark. You have another 6 mark here. X and y can be varied. Find the stationary value of A and determine its nature. So I will just copy down my A equation here. So A basically equals to square root 3 over 2 x squared plus 1600 over x. It's not mistaken. Alright. So they ask you to find stationary value. You know dA dx should equals to 0 because of stationary. Stationary can mean maximum or minimum. It doesn't say. So you have to determine. That means you have to decide is it either maximum or minimum. Alright, so you know whenever they ask you to determine means you basically need to differentiate second time. Alright, all this is the basic information you should know. Okay, so the first thing is I will do the dA dx equals to 0 first. Okay, so before I differentiate, I prefer my A in a index form. So this is surd 3 over 2 x squared plus 1600 x power of negative 1. Alright, I'm going to differentiate from there. So I will get 2 surd 3 over 2x minus 1600 x power of negative 2 equals to 0. And then 2 and 2 I am simplified. So surd 3 x minus 1600 over x squared equals to 0. And then we'll solve this one. So surd 3x equals to 1600 over x squared. So x cubed equals to 1600 over square root 3. So x will become cube root, my answer here. Okay, so 1600 over square root 3. I will get 923.76. Okay, and then I need to cube root it. I can find my x value. So I say cube root answer. So I will get 9.74. Alright, so if I get 9.74 here, it asks you to find a stationary value of a, right? The question not asking you to find the x. So you will just substitute the x into your a formula here. Surd 3 over 2, your x is 9.74 square plus 1600 over 9.74. Then you can easily get the answer. So surd 3 over 2 multiply 9.74 square plus 1600 over 9.74. Alright, your maximum area should be 246.43. Okay, if cm, it will be cm square. And then you want to determine the value is determine the nature. So determine the nature, basically this one is your dy dx, right? So I will differentiate this one. So I will say d2a dx square will equals to square root 3x, you give you square root 3. Minus, this one will be minus, become positive 3200 x power of 3. Alright, so then I will substitute my x value into here. So surd 3 plus 3200 over 9.74 power of 3 definitely is bigger than 0. So therefore it is bigger than 0, right? Because this is all positive value, do not have any negative here. So therefore it is minimum. Okay. So yeah, one last question. I hope tomorrow actually will come out the question, something like that. So the thing I don't know is why to find the area you just find the area of two triangle, two rectangle. Okay, you mean for this one? Because the question trying to trap you by telling you this is open triangular prism. Open, that means on the top this area is empty. Because the question say is open what? So you shouldn't plus this area. Okay, so the I mean the surface here. I mean the surface area is empty. Because the question say open triangular prism. So because of this one, you shouldn't add the triangle on the top here. Okay, this is something you always need to very careful when you read it. Okay, this question is actually very similar, and then they ask you to find the value of h, and then when v is maximum, so basically you differentiate. So this question I will only teach you like how to find the question one. Find the expression of AD in terms of h, and hence show the volume in this one. I'm going to show the part 1. The part 2 is just differentiate. I'm not going to explain again. Okay, so so this one you need to find AD. Okay, let me see where is AD. Wow, this diagram is a bit confusing. Okay, so diagram show the cuboids of the height which h, and then right prism blah 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 blah, and then the square base is 4. Okay, so I know here is 4, here will be 4 also. The base of the cuboid sit on the base of the PQRS of the pyramid. So the point A, B, C, D are the corner, and the cuboid lie on the edge. Okay. So, okay, this is similar. Okay, so whenever you see similar, you know you need to do something with similar triangle. So you will need to solve it first. Yeah, but where do I start? Okay, I guess I see it. Okay. Okay, first you need to see one triangle here. You have one triangle here. Oops, this line is a bit not nice. Okay, and then you have one big triangle here. Okay, then I will draw out these two triangles. First triangle, small one, and then you have one triangle which is big one. Because they say they are similar, right? So I will use similar triangle concept to actually explain this one. Okay, then I will label it definitely. Okay, this one will be O. This one I going to give you an M lah. O M, and this one maybe K. I just randomly give you a name, just give you some idea. Right, then this one will be O, and then this one will be M2 lah. M2, and then this one will be K2. K2. Alright, so okay, so I will write out the information I have. Since this one, the whole thing is 4, so this one definitely is 2. The height is 8 here, is given. Alright, so the height at the bottom here is h. So I know this one will be 8 minus h. Alright, and then I will need to find this one is x. Because the question asked me to find AD. So I know AD is basically double of the length MK, right? So equal to 2x. Because I will assume MK as an x. So this one MD is just 2x. So I will need to find MD. I will need to find this one. So I will use a similar triangle method, which I will say x over 8 minus h will equals to I will use this one over this one, so it will be 2 over 8. So x basically equals to 1 over 4 multiplied with 8 minus h. So AD itself equals to double of h 2x, right? So it will be 2 multiplied with 1 over 4, 8 minus h. So I will simplify 2 here, so it will be half 8 minus h. If you want to substitute it into it, yeah, you can do that. So you will get half. Okay, half multiplied 8 is 4 minus half h. Okay, this is AD. Because the question asks you to find the expression of AD. Alright, then. Okay, you want to show that the volume. Okay, it's hang again. Okay, so yeah, we got AD equals to half 8 minus h. It's not mistaken. Then we will need to find the volume of the cuboid. Hence, find the volume of the cuboid. So basically, you want to find this cuboid, right? The cuboid over here means the cuboid here volume basically equals to, because this is square base, right? So it will be AD square multiplied with the height h. Right, so I will just solve this one. So volume will equals to AD square. So it will be half. Okay, I guess. Okay, it's fine. Depends how you want to do that, but let me just write like this first. Square multiply with height. So I'm going to solve this one. So it will be half square, and then 8 minus h square, and then h. So this is 1 over 4, and then expand here. This one will be 64 minus 16h plus h square multiply with h. Then I should get, okay, so 1 over 4, 64h minus 16h square plus h cubed. Then I guess I get the answer already. So I get h cubed over 4 minus 1 over 4 divide 16 divided by 1 over 4 multiply 16. So you will get 4h square and then plus 16h. Okay, then I will write Sean. Okay, and then the next part is you just do the differentiation. You just do the dv dh equals to 0. You will find out the value of h. Then you're done. Okay, it's not too bad. Yes, so yeah, I guess that's all for today. Is there anything you want to ask before I end this virtual class. The question asks to draw two graphs, and then it says write down the solution of the equation. What is that question? I don't know. The question to ask to draw two graphs, and then it asks you to write down the solution. I guess is it a function? Maybe you draw one fx and then the other one is f inverse, and then it asks you to write the equation of inverse. Period amplitudes based on the graph. Are you streaming on? Yes, so yeah, a lot of students actually asked me to do the live stream for the extended math, which on Tuesday, paper 2. Yeah, I guess most of you will take the extended paper 2 and paper 4. Yeah, I try to arrange it and then I will let you know. Yeah, if I will stream, normally I will stream like 1 day before the exam. Yes. And then you just subscribe my YouTube channel, and whenever I have the live stream, I guess they will send you the email. And if I do stream, it will be quite late because normally weekday I will teach until 10 PM, so it will be after that. Alright, so yeah, you just stay tuned on my Facebook page, and then definitely I will post it on the afternoon in my Facebook page, because in YouTube there's no way for me to post the notification. So if I want, I will need to post a video on YouTube to tell you whether I have class or not at night. So make sure you just like my Facebook page. Alright, so yeah, because this video is about 2 hours already, so is there anything you want to ask before I end my virtual class? To know if a function has the inverse, then we draw the horizontal line to check if there's only one intersection, right? For inverse, I can say is like they always reflection on the line y equals to x. So if you have the coordinate we're passing by the 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, then you know how many intersections you have. Can we multiply 5x squared with 2x? Yes. You can always multiply 5x squared with 2x, you will get 10x power of 3. But you cannot plus or minus 5x squared with 2x. Actually, IGCSE and Olevel, I think is totally the same because their paper is totally the same, just a different exam code. But for SPM, some topic is different. SPM, the trigonometric function is a lot more deeper, and SPM has statistics, have probability in MF, which you didn't see any statistic and probability in IGMF. But IG, they have remainder theorem, factor theorem, and they have binomial expansion, which you will learn in STPM. Yeah, they are almost the same, but just different topic. Okay, if you see all real x mean positive x only, no, all real x mean all the values of x. But if you see all real root in your MF, that means b squared minus 4ac bigger or equals to 0. Kinematic and vector finding u and lambda. Can you touch harder question of relative velocity? I already make all the relative velocity question. I guess it's all in my YouTube channel. You just go to check it out, because relative velocity is not like I can straight away make you understand in one question. You need to go through multiple questions in order to master it. How can we multiply 25 cos 5x in the calculator? You just type 25 cos, because you type the cos, it will automatically have the bracket, right? You type 5 multiply the x value. Of course, you must know what is x value, then only you can type in your calculator. I would say last time I would say IGCSE is harder, but like the recent few years, SPM actually add a lot of K-bar question into it, so make the exam paper look quite hard. Yeah, so I would say now it's almost the same. Tip for vector. Okay, you mean vector, right? Not relative velocity, right? Vector, you just need to always remember, you need to form the equation by yourself whenever you see collinear or parallel. Let's say they say ABC is a collinear. That means ABC will on the same line. in the same line, then you have to make a equation by yourself, something like AB will equals to lambda BC. Or the question might say AB is parallel to CD. Then you have to make the equation by yourself. AB will equals to lambda CD, something like that. Alright, so you need to form the equation for yourself for vector. For permutation and combination, there's too many type of example for permutation and combination. So because a lot of students are so worried about that topic. That topic, when it come out in IG or O-level, maximum is just 6 mark question. So if you can do, it's just trying to do. If you cannot do it, just let it go. Because it can go until like very crazy, because there's too many type of the question already, and then there's not possible like few minutes I can make you understand about permutation and combination. You just trying to go through all the past year for permutation and combination, and then you get the experience on how to solve different type of question. Then it will help you. For range and domain of function, go to my YouTube channel, type function for domain and range, and then you will find out you have a half an hour video I purely discuss about that topic. How many different 4 digits number in less than 5,000 can be formed using 4 and 6 digits? Yeah, those number question, basically you need to use the permutation and PL to solve. It's quite easy. I mean, collinear is always okay. It's not like say collinear is always lambda. You can use lambda, you can use m, you can use k, you can use any letter to represent lambda. Lambda is just the ratio. So you can use any letter, you can use m, you can use any letter to represent lambda. How many 4-digit number are divided by 5? I guess that question is one of the past year. You just try to do. If you cannot do, then you let me know. When you want to find the speed in the vector, do the Pythagoras method for the position vector or velocity. Okay, normally we will do the Pythagoras. It's very depends, because okay, so for relative velocity, right? If in the vector topic, what I can say is whenever you know that the modulus for position vector basically help you to find distance. So if you want to find the distance, right, then I will do the Pythagoras method for position vector, is to find the distance. If I do the Pythagoras on the velocity, right, mean I will do a Pythagoras for the velocity, then actually I'm finding the speed. Okay, so when modulus the velocity, you get speed. Modulus for position vector, you get distance. How do you know when to use permutation instead of combination? So normally you want to use a permutation when arrangement matter. When you see the word arrange in the question, then you use permutation. If you see the word select or chosen, you use combination. But it's not 100%, I can just say maybe 80% in your syllabus. And whenever you see something like to do with number code, letter code, use permutation. And most of the time you see like they want to select student to join the competition, select human, people, student, teacher, all this you will use combination. Okay, so if you want to find the digit number can be divisible by 5, your last digit must be using 5 and 0 on your last digit. Because any number end with 5, it ends with 0, this number definitely can divide by 5. You cannot integrate ln, but you can integrate 1 over x, then you will get ln x. How to integrate sine 2x? So integrate sine 2x, you will just get negative cos 2x divided by 2. Mean you still need to differentiate the 2x, then oh, sine square x. Okay, if you integrate sine square x, it's a bit complicated. Okay, if you want to integrate, where's my pen? You want to integrate sine square x. Okay, what am I doing? I mean integrate sine square x. So the first thing is you have to change this one into sine x square. Alright, if you integrate this one, so the first thing is your power need to plus 1 become power of 3. And then you will need to differentiate sine x, you will get cos x at the bottom. Yeah, this is your final answer. So your final answer should be sine cube x over cos x if you integrate sine square x. Okay, so yep, I guess that's all. Do we divide it by the power 3? Oh yes. Your power plus 1, you still have a 3 here. And then divide by total power. Power plus 1, you get power 3, right? You need to divide 3. And then you differentiate sine x, you write at the bottom, which is cos x. Can you link us to the paper of optimization you did on the paper? What is optimization? I don't get it. Yes, so don't make this kind of silly mistake. Yeah, you need to be very careful whenever you do your MF. Okay, so I guess that's all for today. So all the best for your exam tomorrow, and yeah, don't forget to plus C as well. Yeah, so you will need to plus C. Is it negative cos x? No, whenever you differentiate sine x, you get positive. You will get positive cos x, because whenever like the example just now, you need to differentiate sine x. You are not integrate sine x. But if you integrate sine x, you will get cos x. But whenever inside the bracket, right, you want to move the thing to the bottom, you are differentiating it. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's all for today. Yeah, now it's 11. You all should rest early. And all the best for your exam tomorrow. Just let me know after your exam ready. You find very difficult or very easy, just let me know. And I hope you all the best. And don't do any silly mistake, especially those easy questions. Those are relative velocity, permutation, and combination of function. You are very panicked. Just try your best to write as many things as possible in those questions. I guess even you don't do correctly in that 3 questions, you can still get A. But all the questions other than that, you have to get it correct. Okay, so yeah, all the best and don't make any silly mistake. And yeah, see you guys in YouTube soon. And maybe I will do a live stream for extended maths as well. Yeah, for the what optimization question, maybe you can PM me in my Facebook page. I heard my students say the paper 1 is quite easy. I still haven't seen the question yet because I don't have the paper. But anyways, the paper 1 already passed, so just focus on the paper 2. Okay, so I will stop streaming right now, but I will still reply some of the questions in the live chat here. Anyways, all the best and good luck. Bye bye.